Thank you to the members. I know we've had a lot of good, healthy dialogue here with lots of differing opinions. In a chamber of 203 members, there's probably at least 204 ideas, but we'll work through that. Before I begin, I just kind of want to remind myself and everyone that every dollar we spend or don't spend is a taxpayer dollar, somebody who's worked very, very hard to get that. While we may differ in how that money is spent, I do also think that we need to keep in mind that they work very hard to get that, and there's also people that are depending on seeing us finish this budget so they can finish their budgets. And it would be a real nice surprise for many of those entities, our local schools, our colleges, hospitals, and other people that depend on some of our funding to have a couple earlier days to get this done. So it is my hope, and the reason why I rise to support this, that you might support it as well. I do want to highlight a couple other things very quickly. I believe we've done a good job trying to make greater investments in our public education, K through 12, special ed, higher ed. I'm not going to give the specific numbers, but those numbers are increasing each year. And more specifically, as the economy changes and our economy continues to grow, one of the things that we hear most from a lot of our educators and employers is we need people trained in the areas where the jobs are going to be. So, in a bipartisan manner, both from the House and the Senate, the governor's office, we are investing more money in vocational technical training and wonderful schools like Thaddeus Stephen and Penn Tech up in Williamsport. These schools are in some of your neighborhoods. We think this is a good investment, and a lot of jobs are coming in that sector, and we need to have people properly trained and ready for that. My good friend, Representative Mert, did an excellent job outlining how we have invested in those individuals with intellectual disabilities. And I think that's what a Commonwealth does. Invest in those individuals who sometimes need a little extra help. Many of you have probably heard, like I have in my own district, from nursing homes, from home health caregivers, everyday employees that just want a little bit of a bump. Well, this year we're going to be given a bump in our medical assistance reimbursement so those employers can pay those better wages, and that's a good thing. In a strong, robust economy like we have right now, where unemployment is in record low, we've been seeing where employers are actually having battles and trying to get employees, offering sign-on bonuses. That's what you want in a strong economy. That's why we're making some of these investments. A few other quick items I want to highlight is we are trying to meet our fiduciary responsibility on those pension payments, something that has been dragging us for a long time, been very tough. This, frankly, has been additional money that we have not been able to invest because we were behind in those payments. We are making full, responsible payments to that, and that's a good thing, and that's what the public expects us to do. Mr. Speaker, it's June 25th. Our libraries that I spoke to are excited because they think we're going to pass a budget next couple days, and they're seeing a bump, and I think that's great, and we need to do that. We're investing in our number one industry, agriculture, tremendous investment, and we need to keep that up. And last but not least, some would say we should be spending the money, but we're investing $300 million in a rainy day fund so that we are prepared for any emergencies that may come down the pike. Right now, we have very little money in reserve, one of the few states that don't, and I want to change that. And we have the opportunity to step up to the plate and do that and make Pennsylvania even more sound and more responsible. And I would be remiss if I did not echo the fact that last year we stepped to the plate and provided $60 million for our schools and school safety grants, because we too care about our children and our teachers and all the employees there. And we are going to do it again this year. And we made sure that every one of those school districts in the initial round got $25,000 of seed money. In the second round, they'll get additional dollars. And this year, another $60 million. So, Mr. Speaker, if we really care about Pennsylvania, we want to move things along, we want to help those that are working so hard in our communities and reinvest some of their tax dollars, if we want to help those entities that we fund get their dollars and get them as quickly as possible so they can balance their own budgets, then we need to pass House Bill 79. I appreciate the healthy dialogue regardless of our differences of opinion. But, Mr. Speaker, today's the day, it's June 25th, that we need to pass House Bill 790, send to the sister chamber of the Senate, and get on with the business of Pennsylvania.